Chianti is a type of wine.
A style of wine, a type of wine.
I got to keep all this straight.
Yep.
All right, so it's a style of wine. Now, tell me, basically, is this a red? Is it a white? Is it what is Chianti?
It's a blend.
A blend.
Yeah, it's a blend, a European blend by old world craftsmen. In this case, from a family that is the benchmark in Chiantis, the Mazzei family, from central Italy in the Tuscany region, is the Chianti region. And if you think of Chianti as being within the Tuscany region, and then the Chianti Classico area even being that much more smaller and concentrated, that's where this winery is located and all of their land that they grow their grapes on.
Now, what made when you had this wine yesterday? Now you said it was you tried a flight of wine, so I assume that's obviously more than just one.
We had 6 wines presented yesterday. There was I think 7 restaurateurs from around Missoula at this event, and I was lucky enough to be included in on it. And they were presenting their wines to these restaurateurs. Normally, we are not that fortunate here in Montana, but the distributor has done a very good job promoting their wines here, and so they've allocated a good number of cases, 10% of all of their production from this 2006 vintage for us to partake of here in Missoula.
Okay, and now, so you tried this. Now you said this is one of the best wines you've ever tasted. What made it so?
The wines that were presented yesterday were all Chianti Classico wines. There were 5 individual parcel wines, a parcel being a tiny piece of an actual individual vineyard. So these wines were hand-selected, hand-cut, just prepared in an old world style and blended in a way that only the grand masters of winemaking know how to do.
So these guys and how do you pronounce it? The Mazzei?
Mazzei.
Mazzei vineyard in Tuscany are pretty good at this.
They're the best. They are the benchmark in the world of Chianti.
How many generations did you say they've been doing this?
This vintage came from the 24th generation winemaker of this family.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking Florence, Italy. By the way, Chianti there are Chianti Mountains right around Florence. And I think that's where the name actually was originated. But I mean, you're talking emerging from the plague and medieval times. You're talking about the birth of the Renaissance, this explosion of patronage of the arts and creativity and all of these things, and the Medici family and all that. I mean, this wine comes out of that era. I mean, where else do you have a product that's been around since the 13th century?
Yeah, and this wine,
it's amazing.
This wine, above any Chianti that I've ever tasted in my life, was delicate, intense, sophisticated. It was just a lovely, lovely wine. And there were 5 different single parcel wines, and then the 6th wine was a blend of the very best that all of their vineyards have to offer. And it was just, it was very interesting because each one of these parcels are at different elevations. And as the grapes grow in higher elevation, what that does is it's more difficult for them to grow. It's drier. They tend to, the roots are forced far down into the ground, and they produce this intense, beautiful fruit. Each one of these wines in this flight became what most general wine drinkers would call drier. It was actually a bit more tannic as each parcel's wines increased in elevation. It was very interesting. It was like a roller coaster ride is what I felt like I was on. The wine roller coaster yesterday.
A wine roller coaster.
And of course, because we're talking about Chianti, I'm just curious if you had it with some fava beans. Don't you remember? Do you remember Hannibal Lecter?
No, really?
You don't remember that? Did you see Silence of the Lambs?
Yes.
I was too scared to watch the whole thing, but I do remember that scene.
I really wanted to mention that this morning, but my wife forbid me from mentioning that. But now that you mention it, it is Hannibal Lecter and I's favorite wine.
Yeah.
The Chianti Classico.
I can't believe you don't remember that with the fava beans. You don't remember that. I'm gonna have to go up and I'm gonna have to.
All right, find it.
I'm gonna find it.
All right, so this wine that you are now just absolutely in love with, maybe Wine Guy Mike's favorite wine of all time, can we go try it? Where is it at?
You know,
is it available yet?
It is not, but it will be in local restaurants here soon. And I'm going to try to work with a wine distributor and put together a small wine tasting and see if we can't pull together a group of people that would be interested. These wines are not normally ones I would focus on. They're more expensive than most of the things that I focus on, but they were so special I just felt compelled to talk about them this morning.
Well, when we can go in, because now we need to go try this.
And I'm going to be talking to Aspen down at Grizzly Liquor, and you know, I'm hoping that she'll get a bottle or two in because they are so special, and I know she's got a great palate and really recommends great wines, and she's going to love these. So I can't wait to share these with Aspen.
Right. And so now, if somebody's in one of the local restaurants and they see this, what's it called?
It's Mazzei.
Mazzei.
Yeah.
Chianti.
Yep, and it's the Castello, and I don't want to butcher this last name, so forgive me. I'm going to read this. The Fonterutoli. Castello Di Fonterutoli.
If you say it real fast, nobody knows.
Yeah. All right, now listen. All right, I got the line here.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready. Oh wait, you want to play it?
Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta push a bunch of buttons in.
We're going right to Silence of the Lambs this morning.
Nice Chianti.
Creepy.
Oh, wow.
But there's nothing about the wine that's creepy.
No.
Just Hannibal Lecter's fascination with
after all,
Chianti.
On the Wine Guy Mike show, there's no rules.
That's right.
So here we go.
That's right.
Fava beans with Hannibal Lecter.
So you're going to let us know we can try this.
Yeah, you should go and try this special. I mean, this is a special deal. It really is.
It was beyond special. It was probably the best wine experience I've had in my life, to tell you the truth. It was that special. I'm going to follow the blog because I'm going to be continuing to update this particular blog article. I am going to put a wine tasting together. I'm going to be talking to the distributor in the next couple days to get a special little tasting set up. So
good deal.
Stay tuned.
All right. So there you go. So we'll Mike will keep us up to date as when we can go and check this.
All right, that sounds good. So there's your lesson in Chiantis from Wine Guy Mike, and congratulations of our winners for the certificates. Did you?
Sarah Carlson and Karen Chimo.
Okay.
There you go.
Are our winners
they got our
this morning.
certificates today, and thanks to our sponsors, Lolo Creek Steakhouse, and everybody at Grizzly Liquor.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, the Chianti.